Formosa was what the Portuguese called Taiwan in 1542, meaning beautiful island, a fitting name for my homeland. I had the privilege of returning home and externing at National Taiwan University Veterinary Hospital. For 5 weeks, I rotated through 4 different departments. In rehabilitation and integrative medicine, I got to learn a bit of the hows and whys of Eastern medicine and the intersection between that and Western medicine. In large animals and exotics, I got to place an intramedullary pin in bird cadavers, and then they had us topple a cow. I also saw some of the craziest animals people had as household pets, such as a deer and a groundhog. Then in surgery, I shadowed in ophthalmology, neurology, and ENT consultations, and a few anesthetic procedures such as an intestinal endoscopy and biopsy, and a CT scan. During my last 2 weeks, I was in internal medicine, and I got a head start in learning about my second-year courses. During that time, one of the main pieces of wisdom I gained was how different cultural backgrounds can impact clients' perspectives on medicine, and how I can incorporate communicating with Taiwanese and Mandarin-speaking pet owners into my future career. There were a few interesting cultural differences I noticed. Doctors have discussions of euthanasia with clients much later than the norm in the US. Incense is a common household item, so it has to be kept in mind when a patient presents with respiratory issues. I even learned about the superstition that gifting mangoes to healthcare workers is forbidden because the Mandarin word for mango is a homophone for busy. In the melting pot of the US, we are expected to communicate with pet owners from various backgrounds, and that culture and tradition often changes the way owners perceive medical treatments. For me, this experience was the first step in understanding my own culture from the veterinary perspective, which I hope can branch out to other cultures in the future. Even though I lived in Taiwan before, I feel like revisiting it when I've matured so much has changed my perspective. I've learned much more about the history between China and Taiwan, and now understand how that has influenced politics. I finally had a good talk with my uncle about why we perform certain Taoist rituals, and the meanings behind the traditions. I also enjoyed spending time with my family again, visiting historical places and learning how the architecture came about from my dad, trying restaurants that my mom used to frequent when she was in her 20s, and enjoying my mom's cooking again. At the end of the 5 weeks, I'm really sad to say goodbye to the experience, my family, and my home, but I'm so grateful for the opportunity to learn more about Taiwan in every sense. Thank you for following along in my journey.